I've got a story for y'all tonight. Some folks are asking me, Ben, what finally happened? You've been through all this craziness and never thought twice, said you was never getting off. What finally did it? And, it was a couple different things coming to a head at once. I had climbed the ladder in my industry, accidentally, actually. People just started getting hemmed up. The feds were in town. U.S. Marshals rolled up everyone in my food chain, and all of a sudden, I found myself the biggest fish left. And in times like these, it's like being on a sinking ship with addicts. The rats start eating themselves, and you can't trust nobody. No one has real stuff. Everyone's scared to death. Everyone's half sick, half crazy, half paranoid. And it's a dangerous place to find yourself in as someone that can still get what they're looking for. And so my business model had always been, a little different than a lot of middlemen because, if I can make $40 every day for an indefinite amount of time or $60 once from robbing you, I'm going to take that 40 every time. And if I suffer as a result of missing that 20, well, it's going to come back full circle in the 48 hours later when I'm going to, need that extra down the road. And so I, tried to keep my name as good as it can possibly be, as crazy as that sounds. And, never caught a theft charge, never, parents never had a chain star go missing, never showed their weed whacker, even though I sure my financial impact was vast and the ripple effect can go across God knows what. And I'm so thankful for everything they did invest, hoping for the best for their son. And so, when I finally realized I was done, I say all that to say the amount I had gotten up to was so out of hand that these people thought that they had ordered a lot of stuff. They, act like real ballers, because they were asking for $375, whereas what they didn't know is that was one bump from, that was one hit for me, so I wasn't, all that impressed or concerned or whatever. They acted like they had moved some kind of mountain to make this happen. And I see the girl drive by in the front of my street that set all this up, and I call and I say, Tara, you just drove past me. What in the world? Now, mind you, this girl's never had more than $30 in a sitting ever since I've met her. And all of a sudden, $375. So I should have been knowing right then and there that something was up. And especially when she drove by the house past, because you see these addicts, they practically come running down their driveway. They can't, every single moment you're in so much pain, and for me anyway, I couldn't wait a single extra second. And so next thing you know, a big old brand new Suburban comes backing up my very tiny little driveway into the carport. Should have seen it then that, and normally I'm pretty hyper vigilant. I don't know why this day I decided that, new people were going to pull in my driveway and I was going to go talk to them without seeing what was first. But I walked over and I started handing stuff over and introduced myself, because while it wasn't a ton, it was more than most people spend, at a time. And so, I thought I might network a little bit and just feel it out. And as I handed across, because he's already handed the money to me, I'm trying to meet him in the middle and, so I can build some trust and rapport. No, shouldn't have, no, this dude hands me some fake $100 bills. I knew they was in town. I had someone try them earlier in the week. That's why I was hyper vigilant. That's why I knew before they got to me. But I said, hey, hold on, bro. It's the gas. So I'm living on Berkshire in Little Rock, and he gets me down my driveway. I was the second house on the left when you make Berkshire. And he gets me down my driveway. And I'm diving in his window because I'm going to get it back. There's just more than I've ever had to let go before, and so my body instantly went in to save the stuff. And I leaped into his window with my upper body hanging out from my armpits. The dude in the passenger seat starts giving me these wussy little punch, in the face. And so I'm getting drugged down my driveway, hit in the face. They make a right on Berkshire. They get me up to the red light. They take a right on University. Thank God the light was red for the other way. This is the shortest light in the Rock. The fact that it was red for the highway, for University, the busy street, daggum near in Little Rock, and I didn't go immediately out and catch myself underneath a car wreck is a miracle in itself. We get down Berkshire, we take a ride on University at the red light, and I get to thinking to myself, all of a sudden stuff started slowing down. And I'm getting drug up under this Suburban now, and I'm holding on for dear life with just my hands at this point. And I'm like, Ben, you got two choices. You can take a loss to your pride, or you can lose your legs, because one of them two things is about to happen. And so right before you get to Broadmoor, I finally gave up. We was getting close to 50, 55. It started getting hairy. And so I baseball slid. I got off that car before that car got over me, and barely missed getting torn up under it. And my entire butt, my palm, my back. Thank God for Andrew and David knowing how to doctor that stuff from a past burn instrument, getting me the right stuff to take care of it at home. I literally got drugged by a Suburban down the busiest street in Little Rock, went to Walgreens after, got $11 worth of antiseptics, and went right back to doing what I was doing when this stuff happened. All over with the equivalent of one hit for me. That was it. That was all I had to let drive off, and instead I almost sacrificed my legs for it. So, yeah, that was the day I thought maybe I've got a problem.